Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'm going smoky with the eye look that I'm going to be creating for you today, and I'm using a brand new collaboration palette. The collaboration is between Beauty Bay and Jordan Lipscombe, and they released 3 palettes together. So you could get a warm-eyed eyeshadow palette, you could get a green eyeshadow palette with some other beautiful colours, and a smoky palette, which is the one that I went for, and that one is called Onyx. So they released 3 palettes together and they were £20 each, or you could purchase the whole bundle for £50, so that's a discount of £10. A couple of weeks ago they did release 3 £42 palettes for £25. They were all sold out by the time that I went to go and make my purchase. And I looked at these and I thought, wow, I really love the look of this one in particular. I mean, I could have gone for the warm toned eyeshadow palette, but I thought I've got a lot of warm tones. I'm going to try something different. So of course I went for the Onyx palette. Now, this one looks like this. It comes in this kind of packaging, and so you get a little bag like this. Of course I've torn it there at the top. Then on the other side it says for the beauty obsessed, which of course we all are. So when I looked at this I thought, well, I know that's the palette, but what is that? So, and of course I'm going to be sharing with you a look around the palette, the swatches, and of course I'm going to be creating the eye look. So there's the palette, which we'll get into in a moment, but then you get this, which is a little folder, and it is absolutely beautiful. Really love it. And I thought, wow, what's that? So inside you get this card, and it says, "Hey you, thanks for sharing our obsession. We know you'll love your haul and we'll be back for more," which is so true. So here's 10% off your next order just for you. And then underneath you get a code. So you get one for yourself. So there's that one, and then you get another one which says, "Sharing is caring, friends don't let friends suffer, FOMO." So here's 10% off all Beauty Bay branded products for you to give to your bestie. So you get another one for your friend so you can share. So those 2 have the discount code on there. Then you get this, which is a little page of stickers, so like that. And then you get another card which says "Share the love" on it as well. Obviously it's very difficult because it's very shiny. On the back it says, "Now you've tried your haul, give us the lowdown and leave a review on the BB product page, or tag us at beautybay.com on Insta with #BeautyBay for your chance to win your order for free." So yeah, so there's that, and then that's all the information that I read there. So I thought that was a lovely little bonus. What I will say is that the 3 original palettes that Beauty Bay launched a couple of weeks ago, they are back in stock today. So you never know, I could be using that 10% off voucher very soon. Now, looking at the palette, it is a cardboard palette, and it comes in this cardboard sleeve or card sleeve, and you can see that it's all black and it's matte, and then you have Onyx all over it in silver, very shiny, and of course you have the Beauty Bay Beauty logo there, and then it says Jordan Lipscombe and for Beauty Bay underneath there. Then it gives you the measurements. So you are getting 6 pans at 1.5 grams, or 6 grams at 0.05 ounces, and you're also getting 2 pans at 0.14 ounces, or 2 pans at 4 grams. So you've got 6 pans of eyeshadow in here, and then you're getting 2 highlighter pans. And this actually is a matte eyeshadow palette. It's all matte, the eyeshadows anyway, and of course the highlighters are going to be shimmery. Now on the back it says Onyx eyeshadow and highlighter palette. "Making a palette with Beauty Bay was a dream come true. I'm so humbled by all the love and kindness. Smoky eyes are my vibe, and why not spice it up with a bright yellow? Get lost in the smoke, add a pop of colour and glow like an onyx." These are also cruelty free as well, which you can see there. and they are made in Italy. And yeah, I really love the outer packaging. So I'm just going to take that out of there. Now, when you take the palette out, you also get these stickers with a little quote there which says, "Do what makes your soul shine," and then Jordan, then you get B for the Beauty Bay logo, and then Onyx as well. So those are the stickers. So you could customize your palette. Now when you look at the palette, it is black, so it's matte black, again with the Beauty Bay logo there, which is like a rainbow effect. Looks different colours in different lights. So of course those stickers, you could certainly, if you've purchased all three, you can pop the name on there so you know which one's which. Then on the back it gives you a little bit of information. So again, the name of the palette and that it's cruelty free, along with where it's made and the net weight again. And then when you open it up, you have got a mirror, which a lot of you I know will like. You also get a card like that with all the names on. Now I must say that, and I know that a lot of people have mentioned, you know, the £20 price tag, but with collaborations that price always does go a little bit higher, of course, and that is why these are a little bit more expensive, because of course Jordan's got to be paid for the work that she's done in putting together these beautiful palettes. So I'm quite aware, because I do buy a lot of collaboration palettes. So yeah, the prices do go up a little bit. But what I will say is that the quality is there. This card is not flimsy. It's quite a thick card, plastic. This plastic sheet is, you know, it's not one of those light plastic sheets that are going to fly everywhere. It is quite substantial, and as well as that being good quality, I found that the actual palette itself feels quite weighty. It doesn't feel cheap in any way, and I really like it. Now I'm going to turn it upside down so that you can see the shadows and the highlights. So you're getting 6 shadows, and then you're getting the 2 highlights. And I think that this is beautiful. I've never purchased a smoky eyeshadow palette, and what really drew me to this was the look that Jordan did for this palette, and I have sort of recreated it today. I really loved that yellow. It's yellow, but it's like a very rich, and it's got a little bit of orange to it, so it really does stand out. And I really loved it. That's what made me go for this palette. Jordan's look and the fact that there was a yellow in here, and I have been obsessed with yellow over the summer months, as you know. So now we're going to get into the actual swatches. So I'm just going to lay that sheet on here. So we have got the 2 highlight palettes. No, the 2 highlight shades. I'm getting carried away again. So we've got these 2 here. So this one is called Sparkling Rosé. And then we have got Rosado. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. A few of the names within the palettes are Spanish, which is a little nod to Jordan's heritage. So yeah, so we've got their Sparkling Rosé and Rosado. Then we have the 6 eyeshadows. So we start off with Fawn here. You can just about see it, but it's very similar to my skin tone. So you've got Fawn, you've then got Henna, you've then got Smoke, you've then got Amber, Marron, and then the yellow is Stung. So there are all of your shades. Now, when I swatched these, I thought, wow, because they swatch so beautifully, and I've never ever seen a yellow swatch like that. Bearing in mind, I have used a lot of yellows over the summer, and that is the first yellow that has swatched so magnificently. I love how these swatched. So I already applied the shadow to my eye so that I know where I'm going with this, because of course it is a little bit tricky, especially if I'm going out of my comfort zone, which I am today, and creating a very smoky look. I've also applied Sparkling Rosé on this side, so this is the lightest shimmer. I went with Sparkling Rosé, although I will be using the deeper one as well, because I really love that. What I will say is that the Sparkling Rosé and the Rosado highlighters, they do have glitter in them, but if you, because what I did was I put a little bit on and then I went over the top again to just intensify it. I must admit the first time I applied it, it looked a little bit more glittery, but actually when I went in with the second layer to intensify it so you could really see it, the glitter then just dispersed. So I think the more that you just pat into that highlight, the glitter just goes and you're left with this beautiful sheen. Stunning. I really like the shades in here. I think they've been really well put together, really well thought out, and that yellow is just amazing. And I've done exactly what Jordan suggests that you do with it and pop that yellow in the inner corner. Now, of course, I want to get onto the eye look. So I'm going in, first of all, with my fluffy 251 Eye Crease Contour brush from Primark. And I'm going to, in fact, actually, I'm going to start off with the eye contour brush from Primark, and I'm going to go in with the shade Fawn, which is the lighter shade. And I'm just going to set my eye base. Now for all of the other makeup that I'm wearing, I will list it all down below for you. Now when you tap into these shades, there is a little bit of kick up. Not too much, but there is a little bit. So that's set now. So now I'm going to go into the shade Amber with my 251 Eye and Crease Contour brush from Primark. So I'm just going to cover that. Another thing is you do not have to really dig into these palettes. You do not have to get, you know, really whirl your brush around and round. These eyeshadows are very, very pigmented. So I was really, really impressed with this. So what I'm going to do with this one is just pop it into the transitional area. And I'm taking it up quite high as well because I do have, as you know, quite a lot of space from my crease and above. Now I'm going in again a second time just to add a little bit more pigment. And I always like to add a little bit at a time, like that. So that is the base applied. I really like that base colour because I do have a problem with transitional shades showing up because obviously I've got such a large area from the crease to the brow. So, you know, I really like the fact that that shade shows up. Now we're going to swap to another brush. This is another eye contour brush from Primark, and I'm going to go in with the shade Henna, which is the top middle shade. And I'm going to just deepen up. In fact, actually, I'm going to take it all over the lid. Now, I don't generally do a lot of smoky eyes on my channel. In fact, I think this may be the first one that I've ever done. And now I'm going to take that up. And I thought that looking at that henna shade, it was really going to be too dark, but it's not. It looks absolutely beautiful. Personally, I don't use a lot of black, even though there is a black in here. But I don't use a lot of black because I just sometimes think, well, all the time actually, I think it just ages me because it's too deep. But there's so many shades in here to choose from that it just works so well with, you know, whatever eye shape, eye colour, you know, all of that is just going to work beautifully so that you can use this for your own, you know, smoky eye look. So I'm just going to go back into the very first shade, Fawn. And I'm just going to lighten up here because I've gone a little bit too high. So I'm just going to, in fact, I'm going to get my concealer and take that out a little bit. I've got too carried away. There we go. What I will say about these shades, they melt into one another. They literally melt. They blend beautifully, and I really, really love it. So there is the second colour laid down. Now I'm going even deeper, and I'm going in with the shade Marron. Same brush, and I'm going to just deepen up the crease a little bit. So I am going deep and very smoky, but obviously you can miss this shade out. You don't have to, you know, go this deep, but I've just wanted to do something a little bit different on my channel. I'm just going back into the first brush, getting a little bit more of amber, just taking that up a little bit. Like that. So that is the eyeshadow really done, or the base. Now what I'm going to do is go underneath the eye, and I'm going to start off with the shade Amber, and I'm choosing to use the eyeshadow blending brush, also from Primark, and it's numbered 252. It came in the same set as the 251, and I'm going into that amber shade, and I'm going to run that all the way underneath. The eyeshadows feel very, very good quality. If I didn't know that they were from Beauty Bay, I would have thought that they were much more high-end than that, because when you tap into them, they just feel so, even though these are of course matte, they're all matte, I don't know, they just feel very creamy, and when you're dipping your brush in, they just feel absolutely beautiful. I really, really love the consistency of these, and like I said, I'm so pleased that they sent me the 10% off voucher, because I really do think that I will be purchasing at least one of their £42 palettes, because if the quality is the same as this, it's going to be phenomenal. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going back to the second brush that I added the deeper shades onto the or the deeper mattes, and I'm going into, which shade is it, Henna, which is the top middle, and I'm just going to just deepen up this under eye just on the outer corner, like that. I'm just going to get my first brush, just blend that out there. That's better. And then I'm going to get this, which is my PS Pro shading eye brush from Primark. Any pencil brush will do, and I'm now going into that beautiful yellow shade called Stung. And of course I'm going around the inner corner with this. Now of course you could use this as your transitional shade, you could use it as your lid shade, you could really use it for a number of eye looks and pop it into a lot of places around or on the eye. But this is exactly why I purchased the palette. I loved how Jordan's eyes looked with this on the inner corner, and I just absolutely love yellow. Like I say, this is a little bit of yellow with a mix of orange in there, and it works so well. I am just loving it. Something a little bit different. Now what I'm going to do, if I can find it, oh there it is add a little bit of liner. I'm using the Revolution HD Smoky waterproof liner. And of course I'm going to be applying my Amplif-eyed mascara from Primark. I'll just show you the eye look close up. Now what I'm going to do is apply the highlight. So of course I went in with the shade Sparkling Rosé, which is the lighter pink. I'm using one of my, well, it's the only flex brush actually from Revolution that I've got, and I'm going in with the, like I say, the highlight, and then I'm just going to pop it here. Now when you first pop it on, I can see that there is a little bit of sparkle there. So I'm just going to keep patting, and then it goes. And I also like the fact that it's buildable. So of course I'm building it up for you today, but I would probably you know, wear it a little bit less than that, because I just prefer a little bit more of a lit from within kind of highlight. Just popping it everywhere. Okay, because it is such a beautiful shade. So that is my eye look and my highlight using the new Beauty Bay and Jordan Lipscombe eyeshadow palette called Onyx. I absolutely love this palette. I love the look of it. I love the eye look that it's created. I just love it so, so much. I can choose to obviously smoke it out like I have done today, which I really, really love. I have gone smoky, but I haven't gone over the top smoky. I mean, I could have gone even more so. I think also with the shades that you've got in here, even though you think, you know, oh, it's a little bit scary, it's a smoked palette, actually you could do a really good eye look, daytime, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me start again. You could do a really beautiful daytime appropriate eye look. There we go, I did it. I love it so, so much. I think it's very different with that pop of yellow and combining the pink highlight shades. I think it's just something a little bit different. I love it so, so much. I might even now go and order the warm tone shadow, because I think I really need to try out the shimmers, and I'm really intrigued by also their larger £42 eyeshadow palettes. The quality is phenomenal, and I know, you know, £20 is a little bit expensive for, you know, a £6 eyeshadow palette and 2 highlights, but the quality is there. And of course, like I said at the beginning, collaboration palettes, their prices are always raised a little bit, because of course they've got to pay the collaborator or the person that they're collaborating with. But of course, I've now got the 10% off vouchers, and of course I've got one to give away, which I will do to a friend or family member. But I'm really excited about what Beauty Bay may be bringing out in the future. I've not heard of anything else, but I think they must be launching something else, because the eyeshadows are just so phenomenal. I love them so, so much. I think these eyeshadows are definitely up there as one of my favourite formulas, because it just worked so, so well. I'm not usually able to use very deep shadows. This is the first deep eyeshadow look that I absolutely love so, so much. I love it. I'm really, really impressed. My eyeshadow, my eyeliner, I actually sharpened it, and it's very, very intense. Okay, so I would love to hear your thoughts on the eye look, the palette, love to hear all of that. And of course, I am so I'm saying this in every video now, I am so nearly there. I think there's only about 20 more subscribers. I need 20 more subscribers until I've hit 10,000, and I am so excited. I have got the my husband's brought some bubbly for us to share. I am just so excited to get to 10,000. It has taken me 5 years to get to this point. And I am so thrilled. Of course, I couldn't have done it without you. And of course, I still can't do it without you. So if you are brand new to my channel, please do subscribe to watch further videos. And obviously to get me to 10,000 subscribers. That is my goal, and I am so thrilled. I'll just leave you with the swatches for this palette. And of course, I would really love your thoughts. But as always, until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.